nothing to back any of it. Abusive, it's verbal abuse.
He's not even a real person, he's an AI.
I think we should just go.
For the most part, I think he's trying to teach men how to be men. I really don't give a
One thing.
Outside, they don't know the vibe. Outside, Papa Willie in a ride. Outside, with my bros, yeah, the guys. Outside, from the west to the east side. Outside, baby, yeah, we outside. Outside, baby, yeah, we outside. Outside, baby, yeah, we outside. Outside, baby, yeah, we outside.
Do you know who Andrew Tate is? Do you know who Andrew Tate is? I guess he doesn't.
So we going around New York City today asking people about Andrew Tate. Let's see what the NPCs think about Andrew Tate, man. I always been on God Gang, man. Fellow God Gang member. So now you got the Beige G's hitting the streets, man. Asking the NPCs what they think about the Tater, the Andrew Tateson.
Recent news, Andrew Tate just got out of jail. Should Tate be in jail or should he not be in jail?
Let's see what New York thinks about it, man.
You guys know who Andrew Tate is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, free my man, you know? I mean, there's some stuff you gotta agree with, and there's some stuff, you know, just how it goes about things ain't really, you know, the way you should go about it. He could probably do a better word choice. But at the end of the day, you know, I ain't gonna say I hate him or like 100% agree with them.
I don't like him or his brother. I don't approve what they did. I feel like they should still be locked up, even though they're on house arrest.
What did they do?
Didn't they have something with like prostitution? Is that what they did?
Why do you hate them? So just that reason?
Yeah, just that reason.
I mean, I feel like you just gotta go on YouTube or like whatever, the whole like interview, and you gotta watch the whole thing for what it is because, I mean, that's right. Like nowadays people just crop out and it makes it seem like, oh, he's totally saying this. In reality, it's the other way around, you know?
I just seen like clips of him, but I don't know like too much about the clips.
Do you have like an opinion on that?
I think he should Lowkey go back to jail.
And why is that?
I haven't really like heard too much. I just know like people apparently don't like him. I think like he's a little controversial, I've heard, so yeah.
You know who Andrew Tate is?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Andrew Tate?
Some things, you know, like about women, you know, it's kind of like questionable, but
For the most part, I think he's trying to teach men how to be men. So I think I really agree with
a lot of things that he says.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of controversial topics, right, that people just constantly bashing for, but I feel like there's a lot of things that he says that are true, like of how a man should be. And, you know, it should be feminine, it should be like, you know, all emotional and stuff. Just act tough, go to the gym, be your best, and we'll just do you.
What do you think about him getting released? You think he should still be in there? Or you think he should be on the streets released?
I think it's good that he finally got released, bro. I think he finally got his justice he deserved. You know, he was in there tweeting out stuff, you know. He was still being a tiger in like out in jail, bro. Like, I was trying to teach people how to be the best they can be, bro. So I think it's good that he got out. He's gonna keep on, keep doing what he does best.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he was innocent this whole time, but the way the laws work over there, right, they still lock you up. You know, that's crazy.
How many pull-ups or push-ups do you think he did in there?
Bro, I don't even know. He probably did like 1,000 or what are you saying?
You think young men should be looking up to him and following his advice?
It's kind of hard to say because, like you said before, there's a lot of controversial things he goes over, and that could be like it could be misinterpreted from the younger audience. But for the most part, I'd say yeah. You know, I think like going out in life, like when you see somebody like that, it's a good role model. It really teaches you how to become, you know, a man.
Everything that he's been saying, where you know how you should be and how to act. I think he is a great role model for young kids.
Do you guys know who Andrew Tate is?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Did you see the recent news that he just got released from jail?
No.
Sadly.
I didn't see that. I mean, people that talk out their shouldn't just be locked up like that.
Everything he says is just complete and utter, like...
Everything he says is just beyond disrespectful, and he has nothing to back any of it. Abusive, it's verbal abuse.
Very all, like, this narcissistic behavior, like thinking that you can say whatever you want and get away with it, and then being shocked when you get in trouble for it.
But then if he gets out, then he thinks he can get away with it, so it's bull.
Any other thoughts?
Vomit.
Put him back in prison.
Yeah, put him back.
What have you seen that gave you that like perspective of Andrew Tate?
I could never have the patience to watch any long form, but it pops up all the time because a lot of people thankfully feel the way that we feel. But every clip I've seen, even just 1 minute, unedited, he's just saying awful things. Oh, you just have to tell a woman that they need to act this way and that's enough. I don't need to see anything else. Like,
I've just read enough articles with like quotes of his and just like people researching everything that he's done in his past. So just, you know, There's more than enough evidence to like just prove that there's like not good people.
Put him back in prison.
Yeah.
Do you know Andrew Tate? I do. There's recent news that he just got out of prison. Do you have any like thoughts about that?
Should stay in, I guess.
Why is that?
He was in there for a reason.
Do you know what happened to him?
I do not. Andrew Tate just got released from jail. Do you have an opinion on that?
That's wild. He got a haircut. I know he's at home. That's kind of it.
Are you familiar with Andrew Tate?
Yeah, I know he's a very big controversy. I know that much. He doesn't love women, but sometimes he says facts, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to play on the wrong team.
Well, do you think he should have been in jail or he shouldn't have been in jail?
What do you go to jail for?
He went to jail for human trafficking, but there's a lot of...
You should probably be in jail if you're trafficking kids and stuff, yeah. I don't think anyone should be falsely accused if they didn't do anything, but if you did it and you're lying, yeah, that's different.
Do you think he's a misogynist?
Sometimes, yeah. He says not great things sometimes, yeah. As a female, it's a little offensive sometimes.
Like, what's something you've seen that you take offense to that he has said?
I think he said one time, like, guys don't want to hang out with girls, like, that sort of thing. Just, like, kind of saying, like, we suck or whatever. We don't all suck, but, you know, I guess that's just his opinion.
You think that's true or false?
That guys don't want to hang out with girls? That's true.
True. So what's misogynistic about that, if it's true?
I guess you got me there. Not all women suck, so I don't think he should, don't knock them till you meet them all.
You one of the good ones, huh?
I hope so. I'd like to think so.
She part of the gang.
There's been recent news that he just got released from prison. What do you think about that?
I don't keep up with dude enough to even know why he got locked up in the first place. If they let him go, I guess that means he was meant to be let go. I feel like he's not even a real person. He's an AI made up to keep us all distracted, bro.
I'm dead. So what's like the last thing you heard about Andrew Tate?
Him sex trafficking people. Like, I don't know enough about the situation to know if like he was about that or if he wasn't. They think that him getting locked up was like conspiracy, like the government like conspired against him and like all types of crazy shit. But that's like crazy talk. If you like Andrew Tate, man, I hope you taking the right advice, because I hear that he gives advice. You know, I can't say his advice is because I could give advice as well. I could be a person, you know? You never know.
Do you know who Andrew Tate is?
This is so embarrassing. Like, I know who he is and like what he stands for, but I don't actually know what he does. He's a horrible person, and he was released, which is not a good thing, and he should be in jail. Of course, there needs to be proof, but I have heard his videos and like the things that he says, and I don't agree with anything that comes out of his mouth.
Do you know who Andrew Tate is?
I don't. Tell me.
What's your thoughts on like Andrew Tate? Have you heard of him or?
I've heard of them. I don't know. He's very interesting, I guess. Especially what's happening now with him. I think he just got out of jail or something. And then I saw a video of him on Twitter of like walking back and forth. I don't know. He's interesting.
He just got released from jail. You got any opinions on that?
Man, son, you can't judge nobody. You know. I really don't know much about the story.
And so the story goes as he was accused of human trafficking, right? Basically with no evidence against him, right? It was just word of mouth, and they threw him in, and now they finally let him out after like 2-3 months. Do you think people should be thrown in jail with no evidence against them?
Definitely not. Definitely not. I'm gonna tell you why. Because, you know, when you're doing something great for yourself, there's a lot of obstacles and challenges, you hear me? And that's basically an obstacle for him. So it's like you gotta be careful who you really get around, or who you bring around you, or who you around. Like, you gotta be careful, man. Can't be around everybody.
Do you agree with the message he promotes? Like, everybody has a role type. Men have a role in life. Women have a role in life. Mm-hmm. Family is a very important 100%. Thing. God over everything.
That's the reason why I really like associate myself with an individual like that, because he's a good soul. Because most of the things he speak about is really fact. 100% facts. Because like when he speak about women, you know, he basically telling you like, yo, listen, women supposed to play certain role. As a guy, we play certain role. As a child, they play their role. So nowadays, nobody want to play their roles no more, right?
You heard of the news that just came out that he just got released from prison? You have any thoughts on that?
I did not hear about that.
I didn't either.
Well, yeah, because wasn't it bad, like trafficking and
No, there are multiple things. There's a lot.
Why do you think he shouldn't be out of prison?
All the trafficking things, everything he said, basically.
he gives off a very sketchy vibe, you know?
What specific thing did he say that kind of threw you off?
I mean, there's a number. Like, yeah.
Give me one. Hit me with one.
Why?
The information that you get on him, do you get it from like short form content or long form content?
I get it from research and credited source. Or like articles, like I can read.
Like what has he said?
What the is going on? Because this is kind of pointless and it's boring as so I think we should just go.
What do you think about Andrew Tate?
I don't know that much about him, but he seems like he's a mess. And it seems like, I don't know, he has this weird draw for certain people, but I don't know, he just seems gross and he doesn't he's to women. I honestly came across him when the whole Greta Thunberg pizza thing.
Andrew Tate was just released from prison. Do you have an opinion on that?
Nah, I really don't give a
Do you have any opinions on that?
just think he's a generally needs less attention online, I think, and we should all just ignore him.
You think he should still be in prison, or do you think it's good that he's been released?
To be honest, I don't know enough about what he did or any of the information, so I don't really know.
There's recent news that he just got out of prison. Do you have any thoughts about Andrew Tate or an opinion on him or that recent news?
I don't care about him. I became aware of him around when he got arrested because of they saw the picture on Twitter of his pizza, the pizza delivery box or something like that, and it was a picture that was in response to Greta Thunberg.
I don't like him. That's it.
That's all there is to it.
And why is that?
That's just views. It just yeah.
Do you have a specific thing he said that was up?
And it's just the stuff that he was saying in general, just the way he treats women and stuff, you know.
What's the thing he said?
I don't know. Talking bad about women. I'm just no.
Outside, they don't know the vibe. Outside, Papa Willie in a ride. Outside, with my bros, yeah, the guys. Outside, from the west to the east side. Outside, baby, yeah, we outside. Outside, baby, yeah, we outside. Outside, baby, yeah, we outside. Outside, baby, yeah, we outside.